Can I go whenever?
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, it's prostitution. So I want to respond to what Matt said about by legalizing it, it would give women, this is what caught my eye, more respect. But I mean, if it walks like a duck and it talks like a duck, it's still a duck, right? I don't think that they would give someone more respect, and when it comes down to it, prostitution is basically, he said that it would prevent rape, but prostitution is just paid rape. You are paying someone to perform sexual tasks that the women don't even particularly want to. They're trained actually to say that they enjoy it even when they don't. He brings up how the red light district would be safer if it was illegal because there would be security around, but there are women and some children too standing nude with price tags on them. So I don't really think that by legalizing it, it would give them more respect because they're still doing the same thing and they're still demeaning themselves in the same ways. Rachel Lloyd, in the article, Legalizing Prostitution Leads to More Trafficking. By legalizing it, they would, like the amount of children and women trafficked would increase because they're trying to meet demand. She says, the legalization of prostitution has spurred traffickers to recruit children and marginalize women to meet demands. There are many different cons that come from legalizing prostitution. It'll increase the amount of children and women, and legalization amounts to sanctioning all aspects of the sex industry, which includes the women, buyers, and pimps who are transformed into third-party businessmen and legitimate sexual entrepreneurs. There was an increase in human trafficking in countries where prostitution was legal, which I found in the article, The Law and Economics of International Sex Slavery, Prostitution Laws and Trafficking. Nicholas Jacobson said, trafficking of persons for commercial sexual exploitation is least prevalent in countries where prostitution is illegal and most prevalent in countries where prostitution is legalized and in between those countries where prostitution is legal. So surrounding the area and inside it, it will increase rather than decrease. So Matt said that it will help the black market and make it safer, but legalizing prostitution will lead to the expansion of the market and doesn't work in favor of illegal workers. They can still report, yes, they could still go and report their the injuries and the physical abuse, but they're getting paid to do this. They're not getting paid to get injured, but they're still getting paid to do what they're asked to do. A study I found include evidence that countries with legalized prostitution are associated with higher human trafficking inflows than countries where it is prohibited. The scale effect of legalization prostitution, expansion of the market, outweighs the substitution effect where legal sex workers are favored over illegal workers. On average, countries with legalized prostitution reported a greater incidence of human trafficking inflows, physical abuse, and death. So the way to prevent human trafficking is to get rid of prostitution completely. In an article by Margaret Wingberg, she said, I believe we will never succeed in combating trafficking in women if we do not work to abolish prostitution and sexual exploitation of women. Matt also said that if we legalize it, it will help with women getting their health benefits and that there wouldn't be as many diseases, but legalization does not prevent the spread of sexually transmitted diseases. The HIV risk among adult sex workers in the United States, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention said, because of the stressful working conditions that the prostitutes go through, alcohol and drugs are used as coping mechanisms which cause them to have impaired judgment and different negotiations savor sex with their customers. In regards to his inerrancy, one goal of legalized prostitution was to move prostitutes indoors into brothels and clubs so that women would be less vulnerable than in street prostitution. However, women are still abused, raped, and demeaned by the industry, their pimps, and clients. The amounts of rape and several assault will not decrease by legalizing the career path that causes these harmful risks in the first place. Prostitution itself is paid rape when women are trained to pretend they enjoy something that they don't. and perform tasks that they are asked of, no matter what condition they are in. They said that legalizing prostitution would protect the women and give them better rights, but I found an article called "Should Prostitution Be Legal in Licensed Places Like Brothels?" Veronica Monet, a prostitute and author, she was interviewed and said, "Most of the brothels do not care about the women who work for them. They care about the clients who are paying them. I don't like legalized brothels. I have nothing against the women that are working in the system, but the women who work in legal strip clubs and legal brothels do not benefit from any kind of labor rights. So they're not going to be treated like someone who works at Target or PacSun or Marshalls." When prostitution is legalized, the management doesn't have to worry about covering up what they're doing in general. They're more covering up what's inside the business, so sexual assaults and the rapes that are going on. In the same article, I found that contrary to the common claim that the brothel will protect women from dangerous, crazy clients on the streets, rapes and assaults by customers are covered up by the management in order to protect their business and keep profit. It doesn't provide the woman with a fair workplace at all or better conditions. Women have reported working in shifts commonly as long as 12 hours, even when ill, menstruating, or pregnant, with no right to refuse a customer who has requested them or to refuse a sexual act that they are being paid to do. I think that in general that stands for itself, basically saying that no matter what the condition is, they're still forced to do it. In a normal job that is legal, you aren't forced to do anything and you're able to leave at any time. I don't think that would be the case in the red light district or anywhere if prostitution was legalized. Thank you.